Joining us now, he's trying to get into the U.S. Senate, is Corey Stewart. He is one of three candidates running for the Republican nomination, one of three, I think, or four. I'm starting to lose track. Running for the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate, the chance to take on Tim Kaine in November. That'll be decided in a June primary. Other candidates that I know are in it, E.W. Jackson ran for LG, Lieutenant Governor 2013, got beat by 10 by Ralph Northam, and Nick Freitas, House of Delegates member from the Fredericksburg area are the other two candidates. I think I heard last night that General Burt Missakawa was getting in, but I don't have that confirmed. Anyway, Corey Stewart ran for governor, lost by 1.2 to Ed Gillespie, the Republican primary last June. He also ran for lieutenant governor in 2013, came in third, and he is the chairman of the Prince William County Board of Supervisors. Corey Stewart, great to have you, man.
Hey, John, great to be on your show.
Corey, did you have fun last night or what? I mean, just square with me. Was that fun or was it just me?
Oh, God. I mean, all that time, all the time that you spent, all the time that I spent, all the time that everybody supported President Trump, everybody who got him elected in 2016, and now we can all look back together and say, look what we have accomplished. And not just us, but everybody in the country has accomplished. And they're, like you said, the Democrats, instead of look, I mean, we're doing well as a country. Let's cheer on the president. Let's cheer on the country. They sat there on their hands. It was absolutely, in many ways, it was hysterical, but it was sad.
You know what? You took the words out of my mouth. I think that is very selling. You said it was hysterical. I mean, it was sad. It was funny, but it was in a sad way because it's like, it's sick. Like you're rooting for misery. You don't want jobs. You want unemployment high. You want people back out of a job, trying to make ends meet. You don't want them to get a bonus. You don't want their kids to move out of the basement. You don't want their retirement to go up. I mean, what the Democrats were cheering for misery last night. I mean, it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Well, and they look so foolish. They look so foolish. I mean, like you said about that CBS poll. I mean, most Americans saw that. You could feel it. People are proud of their country. They're proud of the accomplishments that we've made as a country over the past year. The drop in unemployment, the rise in employment, the rise in investment, the rise in the stock market. And everything is going well, and this president is successful. Some people may not like the way he tweets. Some people may not like his personality, etc. But at the end of the day, it's successful, and that's going to help all of us who are running this November.
Look, no question about it. And Corey, you and I have been through a lot together, kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. But Corey and I were there at the very beginning of the Trump campaign in Virginia when nobody would give us the time of day and fought the battle. And, to see the results of it last night was pretty exciting. Okay, so we get a statement here from Tim Kaine on President Trump's State of the Union. I'm going to just read a couple excerpts, right? I want to get your reaction. Ready? So it starts out, he says, in President Trump's speech tonight, he suggested that he's finally ready to work together on challenges. But what really matters is whether his actions start matching his words. If he's serious about getting things done, the first area of compromise is clear. He should stop using offensive rhetoric to tout a plan that would divide families and support the bipartisan work we're doing in the Senate to protect dreamers, a goal backed by the vast majority of the American public. Reaction.
You remember Baghdad Bob? I mean, we're this guy that American forces are rolling into Baghdad, and he, as he's doing that, he said, well, we're repulsing the Americans. And meanwhile, our tanks are rolling into Baghdad. Well, that's like Tim Kaine. I mean, he won't acknowledge the obvious, which is the president is successful. He's had a successful administration. People are happy with him. And he's, just like the other Democrats, refusing to acknowledge or even cheer for, by the way, the destruction of ISIS. I couldn't believe it. There he sat, and there the other Democrats sat when the president, mentioned in the speech that we had destroyed ISIS. It says a lot about the Democratic Party. It says a lot about Tim Kaine that they won't even cheer for the success of our military men and women who have destroyed ISIS. They won't even cheer for the success of the country. They hate Trump so much.
isn't that really a sick state that we're in, where the Democrats, I mean, the two parents with the slain daughters from the MS-13 gang members who came here illegally, I mean, and the one mother is just crying uncontrollably in her grief, and like they wouldn't even stand up for that. Like
they wouldn't even.
What is,
so here's, Tim Kaine's more worried about, non-citizens and more worried about, illegal aliens, many of whom are committing horrendous crimes like the murder of those two girls, they're so tone deaf. If they think that's going to play well in America, where they're going to be more concerned about illegal aliens, many of whom are committing crimes, than they are about Americans and our dreams as American citizens, they're going to, November. The midterms are usually bad for a newly elected president, but I think we may find just the opposite this time around. So, John, we're going to have to wrap it up, though, because I've got another interview coming.
Well, listen, appreciate you being on, Corey Stewart. Hey, Corey, people want more information. Where do they go?
Go to CoreyStewart.com or on Facebook at Corey Stewart VA.